Gentlemen, welcome back. It's a week 6 recap here. Let's get right into it. All right, first matchup we had Steen versus Garrett. This is the battle, the brother rivalry here, okay? These were number 1 and number 2 going head to head. Well, it turned out not a great performance. Garrett's entire team, running backs, wide receivers, his defense did not come to play. And so that makes it kind of really tough. Steen had nothing really super, but his whole team performed a solid week. Steen ends up taking the win and remains the champ. We'll go over the standings a little later. But he's at 125.94 points. Garrett put out 67.82, his lowest score this year. Hopefully Garrett's not back on the downhill. Hopefully he can recover. Going into our next matchup, we had Cody versus Alex. This is the battle of wills, okay? These guys, these managers, these league commissioners, they need willpower to get their team there, okay? Well, Alex didn't have to put a whole lot of willpower because he had Robinson. And let me tell you, that guy alone had enough points to outscore at least six players on Cody's team. That includes, apologies, dog running inside. That includes Scadaboo, who had a huge day, and Jalen Daniels on Cody's team had a solid performance, but the rest of his team was too heavy. The anchor sunk him down, and then Alex takes the win here. 138.18 versus Cody's 104.24, and Alex takes the win. So congratulations to Alex. Next matchup we had was Jake versus Jack. This is the battle of the Jays, is what I called this one. Jack's team, running backs, not great. He had a good flex option in DK Metcalf, but Jack's saving grace this week, really, honestly, he needs to give more credit to his boy Drake London. Gave him a solid performance here because Jake had good performance from Jones. Jamar Chase looks solid. So did Thomas Jr. But this rest of his team is not helping Jake out here. Jack steals a win with 124.52, beats out Jake 88.38. So congratulations to Jack. Moving on. This should have been a hands-over, easiest win of my life. We had Max versus Wyatt, yours truly here. This is the battle of attrition is what I called it. He had a running back, Dow versus my Achan. I mean, these guys were neck and neck. Over 30-point performances from our running backs. But the rest of my team kind of shit the bed. I told them to take a week off. Need to give Max a free win, so I hand out the boys a bone every now and then. We'll see him in the playoffs. It'll be all right. Although Josh Jacobs has been like Max's bread and butter, his power back, really putting out solid performances. Solid win for Max. Got to give him the credit, right? 134.94 points, the biggest. Second biggest point score. Oh, sorry, no, that's not even right either. Third. He was the third highest scorer this week. Versus I put out a sad 87.88. My lowest performance thus far. So then you know what that means. All I can do is go up. And then, but as good as that matchup was, this was the game of the week. And it was Brett versus Blake. This is the rookie versus the veteran, is what I called this. The Jigba, great. Prescott doing great things for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, Brett's team's looking solid here. Put out a good week, but it wasn't enough. Apparently, Blake's receivers were really the carry of this story. Robinson and Pickens putting out huge 20 to 30 point games for them. Blake tweaks out a win with 139.2 and beats Brett's 121.94. And that leaves us to our standings. Who we have on top is Steen at number 1. He was number 1 last week, so Steen holds on. Max is now our number 2. He was in 5th place, so he's moved up 3 spots. Max is on a good solid win streak. In 3rd place we have Jack. who was 4th. So he bumps up 1 because Garrett lost this week, and Garrett drops to 4th place. Was 2nd. He's lost 2 weeks in a row. So Garrett's going to have to try to find a way to bounce back here. In 5th, we have Brett with a tough loss on the game of the week. He drops down 2 spots. 6th place, we have Alex, who comes up after a good, solid performance. Moves up a couple spots. He was 8th last week. I dropped down a spot after a loss. I was 7th for this week. Blake moves up, the rookie, the new guy in the league. He moves up. He is in 8th place, was in 9th. Could he be on a run right now? Who knows? In 9th, Cody. Cody falls after having a good week. I think he has some great players. He just needs to figure out where to match that up, and maybe more of a week-by-week matchup for some of those others. And then last but not least, Jake, remaining in last place in the running for the toilet bowl trophy. The toilet bowl trophy. And that said, that leaves us with our last. What are week 7 matchups? How are we going to handle them? Well, I get Jack. I have the probability of winning in this matchup, so hopefully my team was nice and rested and we can bounce back from it, right? We have Alex versus Max. Both these guys coming off of a win. We'll see who goes head-to-head. Is Robinson going to outperform Max as Josh Jacobs? Who knows? Brett versus Jake. Both these teams come off a loss, so hopefully they can figure out a way to formulate a good plan and come forward. We have Garrett versus Cody. Both these guys also coming off of losses. Hopefully they can bounce back and do it. And then Steen versus Blake. Now, Steen and Blake work together, so this might add some tension in the workplace. Please make sure you reach out to your HR or talk to your league commissioner if you have any concerns. But that's the matchups, guys. I wish you guys the best of luck. Hopefully you guys got everything you needed in the waiver wire, and good luck. See you later.